A UN mission has acknowledged Israel's claims of sex crimes by Hamas on October 7th. The new report includes evidence of ongoing sexual abuse against hostages in Gaza.
Well, the IDF has released a shocking audio tape to the public, proving that some UNRWA workers actually took part in the attacks. CBN Middle East correspondent Julie Stahl has more.
Israel's foreign ministry welcomed the UN report acknowledging that Hamas and other terrorist groups committed sex crimes on October 7th. The UN also recognizes that the crimes were committed simultaneously in different locations and point to a pattern of rape, torture, and sexual abuse. The report also acknowledges the existence of ongoing sexual crimes against the Israeli women and men being held hostage by Hamas and calls for the immediate release of the hostages. Israel's ambassador to the UN, Gilad Erdan, called on the Secretary General and Security Council to condemn Hamas. Earlier, he challenged the international body to take action.
In the future, you won't be able to claim that you didn't know, just as the world claimed after the Holocaust, that you were not exposed to the suffering and horrors. Those who remain indifferent are complicit in the crimes themselves.
Erdan played testimonies of women brutalized by Hamas, charging the UN with apathy and indifference.
She went into the shower, and while she was there, one of the terrorists went inside, took his clothes off, with a gun towards her head, told her to do everything that he wanted.
The IDF also declassified a call it called an intercept of a Hamas terrorist who is also an UNRWA-employed school teacher in Gaza.
The terrorist is heard speaking on the phone roughly 7 hours after Hamas began invading Israel. On the call, you can hear him bragging about Sabaya. Sabaya is a female captive that he got on his hands. I'm a father of 2 girls. When I hear this conversation, I tremble. It's horrific.
In the U.S., the State Department defended Vice President Harris's meeting with War Cabinet Minister Benny Gantz over the objections of Prime Minister Netanyahu.
He has a critical voice in the delivery of humanitarian assistance. He's an important figure in the sitting government of Israel, and so that's why we engage with him.
Meanwhile, Hezbollah unleashed a barrage of rockets at northern Israeli border communities on Tuesday morning. Israeli fighter jets responded by striking Hezbollah terror targets. Julie Stahl, CBN News, Jerusalem.
Well, here we are nearly 5 months since those brutal attacks, and obviously Hamas still retains hostages. Maybe with even the UN's acknowledgement of the brutal rape and torture that day, the international community will urge for the release of these innocent people.